So let me at first take this opportunity to apologize. It's taken a while to get this video out. It's been the holidays. We got back from California and work's kind of been hectic, but we're back.
You've had honeydew lists to do as well.
Right.
And a whole bunch of them. And
Yeah.
during that period, I had no riding partner.
Right, you're right. He's been out riding in the 20-degree weather and mud and rain and training, and you've actually put out a few videos to kind of keep that going. But we're back, and we're back on this series on traction. So we did one on traction under braking. This one's going to be traction under cornering, and then the next one's going to be traction under acceleration. So we went up to NCMP, and there's a particular corner up there that is a 90-degree right-hand corner. It's a little off camber, and it's about, I think we came up with about 70 feet before the jump face. And it's a...
Yeah, it was 70 feet for the accelerating area, and then the jump was like 70 feet long as well.
Yeah. So you really want to get the corner right. And the reason why we picked that particular corner leading up to that jump is that you need to get that corner right. And if you don't get it right, then it affects, obviously, the jump. And so we do these videos, Ike and I, really focus towards the average vet rider. You know, the pro guy, the A rider is not going to have any trouble with that
that's
corner.
a different ballgame. We're not worried about them.
Yeah.
We're worried about us average guys. So that's why we just talk layman's talk, and that's where we are, right?
Yeah, and what it takes to get that corner right so that you feel comfortable in hitting that jump. And that's why we're doing this particular corner and why we're doing this series on traction, right? So you want to get the approach to the corner right under braking. You want to get your apex of the corner correct, and then you want to get that accelerating out of the corner so that when you do finally get to a point where you're comfortable hitting that jump, you're getting that corner clean. And really, when I go to a track, the first thing I really start working on is making sure that I'm comfortable with all the corners before I start hitting any of the jumps. I want to make sure that, you know, is the inside line clean? Do I need to go to the outside? So I read all the corners and make sure that I'm comfortable before I start hitting any of the jumps, really. And that's why we picked this corner up here. So you're going to see a lot of video on this corner particularly, which leads up to this jump.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I know a lot of vet riders that could easily do this jump, you know, but also in the same breath, I mean, you've got to step out of your comfort zone to be able to do something or to progress or to get better, but you've got to understand the difference between stepping out of your comfort zone and being stupid. So we're trying to give you guys as much information as we can to make you feel comfortable going through this corner to be able to do the jump, which invariably most of you guys can do. But if you screw up on the corner, the jump is going to become a disaster.
Right. I mean, if this jump was out in the middle of a field somewhere and you had an unlimited run up to it, it'd be no problem. But the thing is, it's 70 feet. The apex is 70 feet in front of the jump. So you got to get the corner right. You got to get in the corner and get the corner clean.
Yeah, you got 70 foot of traction area to clear a 70-foot jump.
Right. So how do you do that? And the key is developing that feel in the corner, right? For me, I'm going to ride the clutch a little bit and feed that power in once I hit the apex, and then I start getting on the gas, I'm going to start feeding that power in with that clutch until I feel comfortable to hit the jump, right?
Agreed. Yeah, you want to start getting onto the power as early as possible, but if you get onto the power too early, what's going to happen is the back end's going to break away, you're going to lose traction, and then you're going to have a whole bunch of problems going up the face of the jump.
Right. And a big thing is when you're just starting with something like this, you want to try and really square up the jump. So your corner is going to change as you become more and more comfortable.
Agreed.
You know, you're going to go further to the outside and apex later. so that you can get a good long run up to that jump. And then as you feel comfortable, then you can start reshaping that corner a little bit. So we're going to talk about that. Like we said in the last video about the giveaway, well, the package has arrived, and Liquid Skins has gotten it order filled and sent to us. So this is it. We were going to open it up at the house, but Ike said, let's bring it out to the track, and we'll open it out there at Bosco Beach. So we're going to do it out here. We're all sort of dressed, ready to ride, but we want to open this up, show you the shirts, show you what all we ordered, and a little bit later in the video, once we got home, we're going to do the drawing. All right, so let's open this thing up and see what we got. All right, so here is the one that we decided, big doubles, no troubles. And this is the back. So these are the businesses that helped us get out to California. So we're sort of commemorating them for all the help.
Just turn it the other way too, on you like that. Turn it around. Turn it the other way. Yeah, that's fine.
Ike makes his living training other people. So the name of his company is 2020 Racing Academy. So can you see that? And as everything grows, as the channel grows, we're going to keep doing this, right? And we're going to be doing different things. It may be goggles, it may be gloves, whatever, but we're going to do whatever we can do to give back to you all. So if you like what we're doing, if you like the focus that we have towards vet riders, then do us a favor, all right? Please subscribe and follow us on this YouTube channel, which is MotoHQ/channel. Ike actually likes this one, and this one's in blue.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, Life Behind Bars.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And of course, I think the back's the same. Yeah. So we're getting back to our series on traction, and as you remember, we did one on corner entry. So the next video is going to be the mid corner, or the apex of the corner. And the reason why we're here and doing this particular corner is because I want to show you how important and how crucial it is to get your corner entry, your apex, and exit to the corner right. Because on this particular corner leading up to this jump that I'm going to show you, if you don't get it right, it's going to be bad. So let me show you basically what I'm talking about. So as you can see here, this is going to be your corner entry, right? And I'm going to consider, here, come with me, Ike. I'm going to consider this basically your apex to the corner. And so as you come into your corner entry, you're going to apex the corner, you're going to look at where you're headed. So you're going to, as you're coming into the corner, you're going to look at the jump, and you can't see from right here where you're going to be landing. So it's a blind landing at this point, right? So right in here is where you're going to probably start getting on the gas to set up for this jump so that you can in turn clear it. So I want to show you exactly how far you have to get to that jump face, right? So, and a lot of it depends on your entry speed, and then as you enter right here, how you set up for the corner, how you start using that traction so that when you run up to this jump face, you got as much speed as you need to clear that jump, all right? So we're at 0. Here's the apex. All right, so basically about here is where you're going to, your suspension's going to unload and your bike's going to take off. And and we're at 75 feet. So you have 75 feet to start getting on the gas and preparing for this jump. Now let me show you how far you're going to have to go in that 75 feet. Go back on 0. So to here, just getting over the lip of the jump so that it's a nice smooth transition on the landing area, we're at 65, 66 feet. So basically, you've got 75 feet to make up 65 feet. And that is the shortest that you would really want to come up on this jump and make it a smooth jump, right? So you can either stand up and try and make it, or seat bounce. I think a lot of people will probably utilize that seat bounce, but the key is making sure that you've got the corner entry speed and the traction at the apex so that you can start getting on the gas.
That traction at the apex, obviously when your bike's leaned over, you have less traction.
Right.
So when your bike, as you start picking up your bike, that's when you start getting more traction. That's when you get harder on the gas.
Right, and I want to point out too, as you notice, that was actually an off-camber corner. So it's flat and off-camber, so you can't even rail a berm right there. Like if you get over in the soft stuff and try and use that outside berm to increase that distance, really you're probably going to be slowing yourself down because it is a lot, you know, the traction's not there. So you're going to have to realize that the more gas you get on it up there, with it being off camber, meaning that the corner is sloping away from you, that you're going to actually probably spin the rear tire and lose traction. So it's going to be, you know, you really got to use the traction to your advantage, because that corner is off camber and it's somewhat flat. There's no ruts in it. So when we're talking about these flat off camber corners, one of the big things that you really want to look at when you're coming in here and picking your line is making sure that you're avoiding stuff like this that's going to make that tire jump off the ground a little bit and lose a little bit of the traction. So as you're picking your line to come around, you want to be watching for the smoothest, when traction is hard to come by. When you've got a flat corner like this that's actually a little off camber, you're looking for the area in this corner to gain as much traction as you can. So the big thing is avoiding stuff like this that's going to come up. Any acceleration bumps, if you can try and avoid hitting those, so that the run up, so when you get in this apex, you've got smooth power to the rear tire, it stays on the ground, and then you pick the best spot to hit this jump face. And as you will be able to see in this jump face, when you're in this apex, you want to pick, if you need as much lift as you can get, obviously the shiny spot over here, when you hit that apex, probably if you're concerned about clearing this jump, this area right here is probably going to be what you want to aim for. So when you come around that apex, you want to look up, look at where you want to go, and pick the spot that's going to give you the most lift, if that's something that you're worried about. If you're worried about clearing it all the way to the end of the jump, then when you come around that corner, you're going to want to pick out, where do I need to point my bike to get the best lift off the jump face. And so this is probably going to, out of this whole other half of the jump, this is probably going to be what you want to aim for. Now's the time to do the drawing for the 2 t-shirts that we had done up. We talked about it earlier in the video, and so I'm going to draw a name, Ike's going to draw a name. Like we said earlier, Liquid Skins did up a couple of shirts for us, and so we want to
very nice shirts as well. Yeah, and we just want to give back to you guys. Because you're supporting us, we want to show you that we're supporting back again.
Right.
So this is right.
So I'm going to pick one, and Ike's going to pick one.
Go ahead.
All right. So let's see. Hole shot boy. Yeah. So apparently he got the hole shot.
Yeah, he got the hole shot.
Yeah. So I'm going to include in the video, down in the comment section, my telephone number. So just text me or call me, right? And then we'll talk. I'll try and get your address from you, and then we'll send you the shirt through the mail. So that will be included in the comments on this video down below. And you just give me a call or text, and I'll get your address, and we'll get a shirt sent out to you.
Congratulations.
So number one is Hole Shot Boy.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah. Now it's my turn.
Yeah.
My turn.
No cheating.
No cheating. Ike Diego! Yay! I want a t-shirt finally.
Yeah, right.
I got something. No, I'm only kidding. Wow. Can you believe this? This is Fabian Barrera. This guy has shout out to you, buddy. I know you very well. You've been a friend of mine for many, many years. This is awesome. I'm so glad you got it.
So you know this guy?
Yeah. He used to be my partner many, many years ago. He's such a good rider.
Yeah.
I think he rode a lot of the 6 days enduro stuff for Venezuela. So yeah, lovely, beautiful. I'm very happy for you, Fabian. Good stuff.
Good deal.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I know we were kind of going through some of the comments, and you recognize a lot of people that had commented on the video.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of guys in there.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
and we appreciate all these comments. It helps us focus on what we should be doing, or you actually. I mean, you're the trainer, so and I'm just helping with the editing, and you're kind of training me. So a lot of this, like we said, is focused to the vet rider, and so we appreciate your comments. You let us know some of the things you want us to work on or do in the video, and we'll do it.
Yep.
So we appreciate the comments. And so, Hole Shot Boy and Fabian, if you will contact me, my number will be in the comment section, and you just give me a call once this video goes out, and we'll get some shirts, and I think we also had some stickers done up, so we'll get all that sent out to you. Thank you very much.